you guys define success for one of your films?
I think Alex gets to go.
Success for one of my films. Well, I mean, getting it off the hard drive is the first, the first sign of success. You know, a festival was kind enough to show it, and for me, that's a success because you know sometimes you have to wait a long time for that to happen.
Getting into a particular festival,
Well,
or one of the top?
a nice festival like Sundance or South by Southwest or
Right.
Tribeca. A festival people will see your movie. That's a success. At least for me, that's a success. Then on top of that, if you can get a small label to release your movie and show it to people outside of this festival experience, that's a huge success.
Right.
For me, those are the two immediate benchmarks of success. I mean, outside of the creative stuff where you may or may not have finishing a movie, like, you know, getting this Herculean thing across the finish line, even if it means dragging, you know, the corpse across it at the end in tatters, this is a huge success.
Right.
You know, many stages of success.
Right, how about you?
Well done.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's in being so involved in the process, entrenched is a better word, you have to constantly remind yourself of those successes. You have to be like, yes, I finished it, now take a moment to, this is me talking personally, like I take a moment to appreciate that and not just obsess over the next step of like, where's it going to premiere, which festival, and all that stuff.
Right.
And so try to, like, you know, the sound design, okay, we finished it, it's great, it's whole, it does what we want it to do. Like, that's, everything is a series of small triumphs. And
So personal satisfaction is maybe the first kind of barometer of success.
that's
Looking at it
finishing.
and saying, this is what I tried to do.
First, getting it made. I mean, walking onto set the first day and being like, "Oh, everybody's here and we're making a movie." You know, that's a huge success. I agree. There's a lot of things to celebrate when you're making a movie.
Craig? Would you
All of
concur,
that.
or?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I realized after, I remember forever, like, I had a very specific definition of, like, I'm going to one day direct a movie, and then that happened, and then I was like, no, what I meant was I'm going to direct a movie, and then it's going to go to Sundance. If that happens, then it'll be the top of the mountain.
Right.
And then that happened, and then it was like, no, wait, it needs to actually like get bought by a distributor.
Right.
And then that happened, and it's like, at the end of that process, I was so kind of hollowed out by all of that, and like really, really like crashed, and was like very depressed for a while, because I had sort of put that as the like thing that I was doing.
Is it because you didn't realize there would be a new benchmark every time, or was it
Yeah,
because
part
you
of it.
found yourself becoming overly ambitious and maybe you weren't comfortable with it? You know, is there a feeling like, I want to get into Sundance, and then you get into Sundance and you're like, I want to win, you know, and then it's like, once you win, it's like, yeah, but I want X amount of dollars to, for my film, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
just was like kind of vague and hadn't really like thought about doing it as like a life job thing in a real way. It was like so specific towards like making this one project that like at the end of it, it was sort of like a weird hollowing out feeling where I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and it took me a while to like kind of recognize, like, to not try to define it success anymore that way, that was not, at least for me, just not a healthy way to try to do stuff.
Right.
And I mean, of course I like am excited to try to get your movie finished, financed, finished, bought, all of that stuff, but it's like, I don't know, it seems real dangerous, or for me it seems real dangerous to like think about it.
well, I think to be super specific could be dangerous. Like if you say, I want to get into Sundance, that's my barometer, and then you don't,
Yeah, it wrecks
it's
you.
just like a drag.
But
you
a lot
know?
of people, that's
If
like,
you do, then what?
well,
You
that's
know,
I
that
think
is
was
like-
what
But I think
Like,
it's that
even if you-
we break it up too much. I think it's more just like I think it's really is that we just want we want to finish a film and we want people to go see it. I mean, that's basically how it is. I think at some point you start, once you've gotten to Sundance, once you've gotten these like a festival that you like, and you've gotten the film scene, it's like you realize, you know what, the festivals are great and all this is great, but at the end of the day, this is people seeing the movie, and like however you get to that place of just people seeing the movie, that's